champagne. Purple cups and 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 champagne. Champagne, champagne.
50. Believe me, it's easy. We number one effortlessly.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Purple Cups and Champagne. Big round of applause for episode.
It's a big episode, man.
050.
50.
It took us 4 years to get here, but we're here, baby. We're here.
Yo,
like
no
me in
one
school,
knows
man.
the real timeline.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
No.
it took us 4 weeks to get here, man.
We knocked out 50 episodes in 4 weeks.
Tupac.
What's going on, everybody? It's your curator, John Cheddie.
Yo, it's your boy, I guess.
Josh is so not ready for
It's
this.
your boy,
I did not
young, no confidence.
Yo, he was to be determined.
I didn't.
Yo, young
I didn't
TBD.
I didn't expect to just come in and do an intro. So
I mean,
but-
you are the host. So
yeah, I mean, I
you're a
guess.
co-host.
Yeah, this is
So,
FA the product on Twitter and all social media platforms, like I always say. Josh though,
Nah, yeah, that's fine, dude.
Yoki the perv
That's
on
a
Xbox.
really good.
Is it Yogi the Perv?
It is. My
That's
nephew.
fire.
My nephews know me as that as well.
Oh, fuck. You get the
Pretty
bottle
awkward.
out the freezer? My bad, man.
Oh, word?
Totally unprepared. Now, yeah, I bought a special bottle, you know what I'm saying? It's episode 50.
Nah, we got the 50 bottle. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, man. For the 50th episode, for your
Oh,
birthday,
shit.
you know it's from the team.
That's definitely for my birthday. Oh,
I mean, we don't gotta pop this
shit,
now. You
son.
can pop that. You know, you can do that on your own time if you want.
Oh,
but,
my
yeah.
God.
That just spells your name right there. It
Yo.
has like
Damn,
the whole vibe. It has
son.
like
I mean-
Checkmate.
You just gave me a 4-year deal,
Yeah.
so I had to use my advance.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's from the team.
Yo, y'all
you know?
niggas is dirty, son.
Me, Josh, Fa.
Oh, my
you know what
God.
I mean? Want to get you a little something? Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
man. It's,
Wow,
son.
that's
son.
me. These guys right here, obviously.
Yo,
Yeah,
for the
man.
first moment in my
But yo, let me take that
2021.
one out of the freezer. I don't want them to pop.
Yeah, please take
Let's
it out
continue
the
the
freezer.
actual plan.
Yo, do you wanna keep that for you and we could pop that one? Like,
No,
what do you
nigga.
wanna
I'm about my people.
do? All right.
Yeah, I'm about my people all day, every day. Anybody that knows me, man, it ain't about me, even though it is. It's about everybody, baby. My team. Yo, man, y'all niggas got me crying.
Yeah, man. You know, for the 50th episode,
Gotta
and
do
your,
something
and your,
special,
your
man.
birthday coming up. You know, what I mean?
Word.
It's a big week.
Greatest day in history.
Yeah, man. GDIH.
Won't forget it. You know,
March 5th. CINCO DE MARZO.
if we make it there.
CINCO DE MARZO, you bitch ass niggas. Nah, that's true, man. I told my mom that earlier. She was like, wow, time's getting there. I'm like, whoa. I could die on March 4th, 11:59 a.m. and shit, and all of a sudden, game is over, man.
Facts.
Like, what are we talking about?
We got to get
here?
there, man. We got to get there first.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people be wilding and shit. Like, yo, I'm sorry, man.
I'm
It's true. I ain't trying to get dark.
I'm pretty optimistic, though. You got to make it. It's only like a few days away. I don't want to say exactly how many days away.
If I die, this is going to be a fucked up ass episode to be watching, especially since I couldn't edit it.
Facts. There's many times you've done that, though.
I don't even know. I just know the fucking bottle looks crazy fancy. You introduce it, please, man.
No, please don't make me say
Right?
that.
Please,
I was
please.
thinking the same shit
It's-
right now.
Le Chim de Roy.
Oh, we went with the 50 bottle for the 50th episode. Yo, man, this is 50.com. You don't exist anymore, but 50, I know you got
But if
other
you
networks. Yo, what it is. Damn, wait, is this going against Ace of Spades and shit?
Nah, it's
Nah,
not
man,
like
they're all
Yeah,
cool
at
now.
the end of the day,
remember
yo.
Jay was saying that, like,
Yeah,
yo,
when
he
we
used to be.
do-
Nah,
when we
man.
do
The New
you
York
know,
Giants,
When we
you
do
know
the
what I
100th episode,
Word.
we'll level up to get
Exactly.
a bottle of Ace. You know what I mean?
At that point,
But the way my bank account is set up.
Yo,
But nah, it's the
Wanted to
50th,
be different a
it's
little
the
bit, you
50th
know?
episode. We had a 50-cent bottle. You know what I mean? So,
Damn,
you
that's-
know.
it costs 50 cents?
No, definitely didn't cost 50
come
cents.
on, dog.
Kidding.
All
right.
The whole background would have been that shit right now.
Yo,
A word.
think about that, though, son. 50, like, people don't understand why 50 episodes mean so much. Like, you guys are a lot younger than me, so you understand how that works in terms of time.
Oh, yeah, we're so much younger than you.
But once you get to my age, you realize that time does just like elapse. It just goes boom, 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 boom. And I think of just the ideas, the steps we took here, doing this shit at first, almost like fucking fumbling left and right. Think about it. We do like 3 episodes straight.
Josh is about to do pro shit right now. Look.
Do it.
I was
Look,
gonna-
Joshy at first trying to open these bottles, and all you
Yeah,
hit.
it was a nightmare. Yep.
Pro That was a
moves
good
now.
one for the 50th
Jonah, be
episode.
proud of
doesn't
your
even
dad,
spill,
man.
bro.
Pisces
That's
season.
3 for 3 right now. I know that's
Yes,
the episode.
so.
They're killing it right
Experience.
now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a nice looking bottle, too.
I ain't gonna lie. Nah, it's
Actually, can
really
you pour
nice
it so I
looking
can
bottle.
just keep telling my story?
Yeah,
go ahead,
keep
go
doing your thing, yeah.
And just
Sony
like
right.
the shit that we had to deal with, in a sense, just like getting everybody on the same page. And it was always fun. It's, at least for me, it's never been anything of a chore. Like, I know a lot of times Fi would get mad, upset and shit and just wild out on niggas, send crazy texts like, yo, don't even be at the next episode. But I needed that around me. I needed people with that kind of energy, you know what I'm saying, to keep order. Because I'm just a fun-loving, laid-back guy.
Made me
and
seem
shit.
like some kind of bad fucking friend.
Nah, actually, like a good friend. Playing
Nah,
leadership
like
role.
yeah, exactly. Like the ones that I care about this shit. A lot of this, Cheddie just putting in work weekly.
For sure.
It was episode 2, at least in my memory, where I was just like, yeah, I'm definitely not taking care of fucking coming up with topics and shit. Cheddie's way too meticulous. This guy thinks that, like, this is like the real deal and shit. He's coming from CBS, thinking we're on CBS.
I'd be intimidated to throw in topics. I'm like,
Nigga,
am
yeah.
I gonna fuck up your
I
whole
wouldn't
flow?
even want to give an idea.
Am I gonna fuck up your whole flow? Yeah, I know you have a whole. I know you know the next 3 weeks topic.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
nah, not at all, man. Nah, I just, it's something that's ours, and we treat it with care. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
Work on
though,
this,
man.
just as you know what I mean. Even the episode that I couldn't make it to, and you, Josh, crushed it. I think I helped write that episode, and I was just like,
Help right. You
yeah,
wrote it.
you write every
I wrote it.
episode.
Yeah, but I
I'm
didn't
not lying about that.
yeah, I think I wrote it.
I do, yo, no input whatsoever.
Yeah.
I give
Nah,
yeah,
but-
cool idea, bro.
I do exactly how I do like in school in real life and shit. I throw them a topic like an hour before the show. Like, you want to include this? Cheddie's like, you're gonna fuck them out.
No. But it's definitely a team effort from where we came from. With like just not like it was 9 of us, and
No structure.
Yeah, no structure. Remember we had what's his name, Young Hospital.
Young
Yeah.
Hospital
First
Had him
episode.
on the first episode. But
which
we're
actually
here.
next week will be 4th anniversary of
Yes.
the next episode.
Wow.
I ain't trying to get too ahead of ourselves, but it was
Wait,
March
the
9th.
first episode.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
March 9th, 2017.
from Jig's living room, man.
Yes, huh?
Literally, we had like 4 mics, and we were handing the mic to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 12 of us in a room
Sitting on the floor.
on the floor.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
People watching the. Yeah, it was.
He was
crazy,
watching the
man.
game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
Young
exactly.
Hospital kept the mic.
That kid
for,
got
like,
too high.
dumb
That was the
long.
problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
episode
I'm over here
50
about to sip.
to Handsome's birthday. You know.
Cheers.
Five.
Cheers.
Yo, fire.
Cheers to
Cinco
you
de
first and
Marzo,
foremost,
ladies
but
and
cheers to
gentlemen.
all
Yeah,
of us
man.
with this show. But
Nah, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Cheers to the fam. I couldn't be this far if it weren't for you guys.
Happy birthday, man. Happy early birthday.
that's nice to say.
No, it's
And I
that.
would like to believe that, but I know you.
No,
man.
my
You-
talent skills on a level unforeseen. But I mean, without the action, yo, there's no.
I'm LeBron and you're Sasha Vujacic.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No,
Let's
no,
make that clear.
Let's
But
make that clear.
Nah, being serious. It's like kind of like when LeBron had that right team with Wade and shit. Like
Yeah.
one of you guys are Wade and Bosh. I'm Bron.
when he,
He just makes that happen. Five's
You
just
decide.
Ray Allen.
You gotta decide.
Five's Ray Allen
I'll
coming
be-
out
you
of
guys figure
nowhere.
that out
fam.
I'm
amongst each
glad.
other.
I'm glad you know I'm Ray Allen. My jump shot is water, bro.
Facts.
I'll be Udonis
Facto.
Haslem instead of being Chris Bosh. I do not want to be Chris Bosh.
Yo, man. What about you, Josh? What's been your experience on here? Like,
Man, I mean, one thing I wanted to say about the show too is, like one of the cool things about it was that you kind of made it happen, because you kind of like was like, it was hard to get a lot of people on the same page with it. You know what I mean?
It was
you
your
remember
vision.
how we started? We
Yeah,
started with the
exactly.
freaking. We had like a what was it
Foster.
called? Yeah, the Foster. It was a mind.
Wait, say what Foster is, please, because I know that was a
Free-
genius acronym.
It was before everybody was on their freedom shit. It was free of schedules, time earning renegades.
And explain
Mind
what
you, it was kind of like the renegade part. I just had to add it because of the
R.
R. But it was really more so. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You know who it started with? It started with Diego. Let's go back to Diego. Because I could go way back to, I said, like, when Mamba and I were talking about a podcast. But Diego was, to me, the initial kick. And it was October 2014 where I went to get like a fire stick that he had his boy fix up or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to the basement. And I had learned that he was on academic probation, some kind of crazy shit like that. And he's there playing Madden, and he's talking to me and talking about the fire stick. And I'm about to leave. And if something hit me, and I just turn around, I'm like, yo, what happened with school? Like, I knew what happened, but obviously I can't be like, your mom told me.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, I'm on academic probation, so I can't go back for like a year. I was like, all right, so then what are you doing? You got like a job or some shit? He's like, nah. I'm like, oh, how long you been on academic probation? He was like, since August. I'm like, yo, so for the past 2 or 3 months, you just been here playing Madden? And he's like, yeah. And I felt that like older cousin responsibility.
Of course.
Like, yo, knowing what I know, what I'm trying to do at that time, I was like, I can't let this go. So that's why I told you guys about creating a mastermind. And I remember that was like just the cousins pretty much and Brian.
Yeah.
Which Brian, we got to talk about him with his fun. Brian's like one of the best stories about this
Word,
fucking
word.
whole shit.
Word.
He'll be back. And it was there while doing that the idea hit me. And I was like, yo, we should record this shit. We should like put this shit on YouTube. Da 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 da. But the cast wasn't ready for it in terms like we had myself there, Jigs, Joshy, Buddha, Dieggy, but it was still like obviously Negi couldn't really do anything. He didn't want to be on the show. He didn't like any attention. Joel was there like I'm not here. You know what I mean? So it was kind of thing, but it was then that year so fast forward, because 2015 we just kept doing that, and it was in 2016. That's why I started with the purple cups of champagne over there at the mastermind. I would bring champagne and purple cups. I love purple. And the idea for the podcast is what hit me there.
I like that little line. I love purple.
I love purple.
I want to keep that clip.
Purple everything, yo. Purple anything. That's usually the best weed, too. It kind of just relaxes you, puts you in another world. And then we did the Friendsgiving shit, remember? And I was talking about it. And I think the only person that actually paid attention that day was Cheddie. Because everybody was like,
bouncing off the walls and shit. Yeah,
that's a good idea, man. Yeah, cool. Yo, pass the hookah. Or whatever was going on at that time. I say hookah, but I ain't trying to incriminate anybody.
We just spoke about purple.
And
yeah.
I
I incriminate myself, not anybody else. I'm ready to go to jail. I'm ready to die, nigga. Like, I was born for this shit. But, mind you, that was like Friendsgiving. It wasn't until like January where I get this call out of fucking nowhere at the end of January from Cheddie. And I'm like seeing him like, why would Cheddie be calling me? This nigga never calls me. And I'm like there with Reese. We were like in bed, ready to go to bed. And Cheddie's like, yo, that shit you were talking about, the podcast? That's a great idea. I'm like, oh, yo, you remember that shit?
I was listening to Nori's podcast. And I was like, I'm way smarter than Nori. I can definitely do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, no, for sure. And then, what was his boy twin? I actually respect, see how I don't even know his name? EFN, you know what I mean? I love the questions that he would ask, and these are the type, and just like their chemistry. And I was just like, well, the guys.
So you saw yourself as EFN
I see it
and
now.
Jigs as Nori?
But at the time,
Kinda.
we weren't hanging out like that. But like whenever we spoke about, whenever we saw each other at like a family get together or whatever, and we talk about music, like we would always either have a debate or just have good conversation with somebody. And then like Josh and I talk about music like all day, like you know what I mean. So at that time, it was one of those, before when you had time for me.
Yeah.
But
Before you became a dad.
But
Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Look at this guy, so selfish.
right. Before Jonah took my spot.
Hey man.
But yeah, so I was just like, well, the chemistry that we have, and then like we got Fa, who he knows a little bit about everything, and then we just had like Ali's entertaining, Edgar is super smart, you know what I mean, Jigs is fucking entertaining, you know what I mean. So just the team that I thought what we have, one time for him, right?
Word.
Like I was like, all right, well we can have something here, you know what I mean. And then when I looked around, I was like, oh shit, this is like the fucking Wu-Tang podcast.
Yeah.
They introduced me to Janelle and Brian and stuff like that. And Brian historically like we're up to episode 50 and people still ask about the Brian episode, like whatever happened to him. I'm like, yo, he's fine. Like it's crazy. After he stopped doing the show,
He come back, man.
he traveled to so many places. Like I said, every day in the story, he was like in Prague. I was like, honestly, I think life is better after Purple Cups and champagne.
Maybe we should get off this shit.
Word, yo. It's not the same.
We were holding him back.
We were holding him back. I was like, yo, like the month or two that I followed him on IG because we're castmates on the show. Like I never seen him do anything, and then like after he left,
Shit blew up.
Purple Cups,
That's true.
He was
I do
was
remember
everything.
that.
She made him give up his IG too.
He was on a world tour, man.
What? Right after she did?
No, with time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with time, yeah. I don't think I see him on IG as much anymore.
No, he's off.
Oh,
She
he's
made
off.
him give it up. I'm not
Yo,
joking.
Brian, we miss you, man.
Yo, Brian, we miss you, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
they
to
miss you,
Brian,
B.
your original
Does Brian watch this?
original
by the way?
cast member, man.
No, Brian's
He's not allowed to.
I just remember us.
He ain't say
from-
nothing.
We
Coming
can see
from-
our subscribers, so
Yeah.
we know Brian ain't one of them.
Coming from humble beginnings, I feel like we were like sharing a mic pause to like then we had duos where it was just like you had a partner that you sat next to. And there was a mic there.
I was in charge of taking care of Jigs.
You shared the mic.
I had to take care of Jigs.
I
all those
will
years,
never
man.
sit next to Johnny Jigs.
telling
If
you
he ever
right
comes
now,
on the
bro.
show, even if it's just us three here, and you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna have Jigs sit next to you. I'm like, nope, I'm on the show. We sit behind him because
That shit was mental
he just had me
exercise, bro.
laughing the whole time, man.
Yeah.
And it's like you're just having your own conversation with him. So just
Exactly.
like I said, just from back in the day when you would hear like just people in the background ordering Taco Bell,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ordering, what I mean, to us, now it's more of a professional setup. Nah, I feel like we came a long way, man.
Nah, no question.
For sure. And shout out to all our castmates, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of those elements that like
Yeah.
it sucks because you wish you can like eliminate only like the noise and shit like that of those episodes
Yeah.
and keep like Because honestly, like if you could just have that sprinkled in where people are just ordering shit in the background, if it wasn't an all the time thing, it would be amazing. The fact that we could have 9 people and the shit that we talked about and the jokes that we kind of like.
Oh yeah, no. We had like we had great jokes, great times, great memories.
One of the reasons for that, you could clearly see that we can kind of, or one of the ways you could see that we had a group to put a podcast or something together was like when we got together. Let's say Friendsgiving, and when we started getting this group together of friends, which is like, man, we're like brothers. You know what I mean? Like we're like family.
Well, that's one thing that you had said. You were like, because I remember like after the first episode, and I'm very like detail oriented. I was just like. I left. I had fun, but I was like, nah, that's a fucking disaster. You know what I mean? Like, it's too many of us. But then also, like, Hanson had told me, he was like, yo, even if we don't get anything out of this podcast, one thing we're going to get is that at least we're scheduled to hang out with each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. Because I see Fa all the time, but, like, we live near each other. But, like, Josh and I don't live near each other. And it's like his schedule, he works nights, I work days. Like, so at the time, it's kind of like, okay, like, the only time I would see you or any of the other guys is if it's somebody's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Or it's fucked up, but like if there's tragedy, I would, that's when I was, which sucks. You know what I mean? So now Hanson was like, well, you know what? If we get anything out of this show, it gives us a schedule once a week or once every 2 weeks, and we all link up. And shout out to Ali and Jigs for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the greatest gift to me of all this shit. Hence why. Whenever anybody asks me like, yo, what do you think about if I'm starting a podcast? My biggest thing is, yo, as stupid as it may sound and as cliche as it may sound, do it for the love.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing outside of this that matters more than the fact that we do get to link up and we like being together.
Right. I don't want it to sound like it's all peaches and cream. Like, fucking, this the days when I rip my hair out and you guys see it and know it, where I'm just like, yo, this could have been better. We could do this. We could do that. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of like, but then if you ask me like Monday, I'm like, but damn, I can't wait for Tuesday.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this is.
I'm on point because of Fa. Fa will call me at the end of the week whenever he's doing his gym sessions, be like, yo, you know what? I was listening to the last episode, and I'll listen back. I'll give it 2 more listens actually. Like, all right, I fucked up here, I fucked up there. So I kind of understand, and it's helped me, better my craft in a sense. But like I said, just the fact that gives us something to talk about. It gives us a reason to be on the phone. And outside of that, it would be like, yo, follow him up. Like, he put me on some podcast the other day. I was like, yo, I needed this shit right now. Right? So it creates that camaraderie, that shit that once you get older, once we get to this stage in our life and everybody's doing different things, people are getting married, people are getting engaged. I don't do any of that shit. People are having kids.
Children,
I'll do that all day.
Yo, listen,
all day.
Josh got married and had a baby during this time, man. 50 episodes.
Yo.
Just remember that.
Yeah. No.
And his wife was on the show and probably one of the best members we've ever had on the show.
I think about bringing her back. She should come back. She's coming back for an episode.
She told me she would, but you gotta stay with Jonah.
Yeah.
All right, Brenda, why would I want you on the show without Josh?
No, why not? I'll do it. You know why? Because it'll be a nice perspective, man. It'll be awesome. Honestly, she should do that. She just pop into the door.
I love you, Brenda. That's not happening, bro.
you guys expect? How funny would that be? You guys just expecting all of a sudden?
Brenda like shows up. I don't know what I mean.
Hey, it's me. I brought cauliflower wings.
She hit me up. I posted some
Cheddie, like, hey, what's up?
some chickpea salad I made on my
What can I say?
on my IG. She hit me up. She's like, there's chickpea pasta now. I didn't know that.
I'll be like, Josh is not here. Thanks for the heads up. Like, Josh is not here. You want me to?
You want
to wait? You want to wait? You want to wait here till he gets back? But nah, man, I wouldn't, for the 50 episodes how we got here and stuff like that, I wouldn't trade it for anything, man. So so cheers to that.
Yeah, word.
Cheers to somebody having a birthday coming up.
Let's do it. Let's keep rocking till bodies dropping.
I just want to say, thank you for all the guys from, Edgar, Jigs, Ali.
Even Nagy.
Brian, Nagy.
When Nagy started this, he was funding mad shit.
Facts. That's facts.
Thank you for your money.
Which is a typical
all the
Nagy
guys
move.
that are not here today, thank you guys. Diego, I think he's supposed to show up today.
Chris was on one of our shows.
Chris was on
Chris.
one of our shows. Thank you for all the guests that we've
Brenda
had so
Devia,
far.
sorry.
Yeah, Brenda
Devia.
Devia. For sure, yeah.
Who else?
We had
Chris.
We had Chris. We had
We had other Chris. Yeah,
Hip Hop Advocates kid. Chris
Oh, yeah.
Tall Chris. You know.
Oh, we had Anger TV
Don't mention
on
Anger
there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Evident Future.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queens Bully. But, everybody that's been a supporter so far.
Absolutely.
Thank you for making us to the 50. We're going to go to 500 and
Shout out to
more.
Real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Heads
Shout
Up
out to Real.
Studios.
Yeah.
Studios Bagels. My boy Anthony.
Yep.
He listens to all of our shows. So, but yeah, we getting back to. So you got the birthday coming up. how are you celebrating your birthday this year with COVID? I won't say your age. You know what I mean? But like
37, on my way to heaven.
There you go. No, do not say that, man.
We're all on our way to heaven.
Yeah,
We don't know what time we're getting.
Lord willing. But like
I know I ain't going far.
How are you celebrating it this year opposed to? All right, I'll pose this question to you.
How about this?
How do you celebrate it at 27
What?
compared to how you're going to celebrate it at 37?
Same way. Like, and that's what I was trying to tell you
This
earlier.
guy was old, mad long time ago.
Mad long.
Just remember, ask him like 17.
before you guys got here, Cheddie and I are talking about like memories and shit. I'm like, I really got to think about when I started doing. So what I do on my birthday, is I literally just chill. Before it was with the kids, with Aubrey and Jeremy, my niece and my nephew. Okay. Right now it's with Penelope. But I made it to a thing where on my birthday, I would just be with them, like the kids. I made my birthday about them. And that started happening around 23, I'm going to say. Even my 21st birthday was probably the most boring birthday you could think of outside to everybody else. But it was myself, Joshy, Jigs, and Nagy. Literally hopped into my Altima. And all we did was drive, went to play pool.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
And that to me was like the best shit ever. And my brother is a Marine.
He
was here in New York at that time. He's like, yo, what are we doing for your 21st birthday?
Right. Because he looks at it as like a rite of passage. You could
correct.
drink, whatever.
He's 11 years older.
Even though we've been drinking before that.
Yeah,
But, you know.
been drinking since I was 12.
Go ahead.
That's actually the number I'll say on camera. Mommy, you're a crazy person. Nah, my mom is nuts, though. She was giving me beer at 7. Anyway, so.
There you go. All the shit that you say you were not going to say.
Sorry, we don't know her name.
It's the alcohol.
They tell me,
You're going to know my
it's good
AP
for your
comes
blood.
out.
It's good for your blood. It's good for your blood. It's
Nah,
good for your blood.
it's good for your
Yeah,
dick. Mommy, no. Mommy's reasoning was, if she gives it to me, I won't
If you know
want
his mom, that would. If you know his, yo.
Right.
There you go. Yo, honestly, sounds a lot like you, bro.
But she did win.
That's what you get.
You know
your
why?
shit.
I didn't start drinking until I was like 24.
I was gonna say that.
I had no desire
You had no
for
desire
it.
for
Yeah, we went away on a pause. It wasn't only us. It was mad people in the family.
Yes.
We went away on a trip. It was like,
It was
a
like
family
30
trip.
people.
Yeah, it was like we rented a crib, whatever,
Fucking
and
pig.
that was the first time that we kind of got drunk. I think one of the first times we got.
First time I got drunk was with your dad, actually.
Okay. Yeah, you remember you telling me that? Yeah.
I was 19 at the time, and Nagy was 17. And Joe grabs us. He's like, "Yo, we're going to strip club." Whatever the shit
Cheddie
was
likes
in Astoria. Phenomenon?
Riviera.
No. The one that was
By
down.
the
Like,
BQE?
yeah,
By the BQE or the bridge?
BQE.
Oh, that's Phenomenon.
It was Phenomenon.
Yeah.
And
Don't ask me how I know that.
I know how you know that, buddy. You were taking pictures there.
No. There's no pictures in the strip club. That's rule 101.
There's no sex in the
Rule
champagne room.
Rule 101.
No, that's rule number two then. That's rule number two then.
I only been to the strip club 3 times in my life, man.
It's like, no phones.
But your life
no
was 2 weeks
pictures,
ago?
No sex in the champagne room.
This guy's joking. I haven't been to the strip club in years.
Now, well, go ahead. I want to hear about your strip club story.
Nah,
This
and-
was for your birthday or just
no, it was just one of Joe's days.
Okay.
Joshy's dad is kind of like that. It's kind of like, yo, let me bring the little niggas with me. So we went with him. We're there.
I like that about him too.
We
Yeah, that's
get
great.
there. He literally's like, let me get, all right, 300 in singles, 300 in singles. And turns around, puts it on my chest, gives it to Nagy. He goes,
Yeah.
here, come on. Sits us at that thing. You know, the women are dancing. I'm there like, I'm not touching this money.
The women are dancing.
Money going to my pocket.
You just gave me right.
Yo,
You
you know
just
what?
gave me $300, right?
Nagy did the same shit to me.
Yeah. That's where he learns to be that
That's
way,
where
dog.
he
He did the same shit
learns.
to me. And I had a time in my life.
He gave it to us, and he's like, yo, why you being so shy? Yo, get them shots of Patron, each of them. Because Nagy and I just sitting there like, I'm not doing any of this shit. And then we took that first shot, and I remember like, wow, hey, Nagy, that shit's pretty smooth, man. This ain't like the rum and
You
shit.
got the juices flowing.
Yeah. Whatever. So, you know, I'm still holding on to my dollar. Joe's like, yo, is it your money?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I got it. I'm like throwing $2 or $3. He's like, yo, another round. Boom. By the third round,
Sounds like a movie, bro.
it's like a movie. Yo, Joe lives life like a movie, son. You know that
Yeah,
shit.
facts.
Man. By the third round, I remember I'm just there, and Nagy goes, yo, Jay. And I'm like, what? And I look, and as I look, everything goes like slowly and shit. And I was like, yo, do you see the blur? He's like, yeah, nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you, son.
Like,
I
we
think we're
fucked up.
drunk. After that, nigga, I think I threw the whole stack. It was like, ah! That was the first time I ever got drunk at like 19 years old. So, yeah, I never really was into that shit.
You never went to strip club for your birthday?
Nah.
You?
I am the least fun person.
Yeah?
This
Yeah.
guy, of course, dude.
No, that wasn't like, of course.
Have I been with you to the strip club for your birthday?
I'm pretty sure.
Probably, right?
Because it was one of those after dinner.
Yeah,
let's go to the strip club.
right. No, for sure. Okay.
What, bro? I'm into strip club.
I mean-
I ain't ashamed of it, man. I know what it is.
I was there.
Yeah, I guess I was.
And
there
I was
too.
gonna say Riviera is actually a pretty nice strip club. Like, it's actually, considering all the other options, pretty
Shout out
classy.
to Riviera, I guess.
It's our home turf.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a home, it's a home away from
Listen,
home.
man, they got some quality girls. And, you know,
I wasn't there. I was beefing with Nagy at the time, probably.
You know what? Riviera was good for? It was like if you had a Tuesday birthday and we went out to dinner, it
Yeah.
was kind of like, well,
Exactly.
where could we go afterwards? Like, every place in the city was closed.
Yeah.
There's really no lounge that you could go to. So you're like, all right.
it was just
let's
natural. Like,
go
yo,
to Riviera.
afterwards, you're gonna, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Especially that, like, we were always, I mean, for
They're
the time
open
period,
right
we
now,
were in the
no?
clubs a lot. So it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why are we gonna go to a
Right.
We would do
Not
that,
even
though.
that,
We
but
would even
you-
go to the
but
club,
you
and it
work-
would be like,
you work in a club.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
you're just kind of like, do I want
No.
to be at a club?
He owned
No.
the club.
I didn't know shit.
Let's be honest here.
Right. Well, he was the VP.
I was,
Yo,
if
you
I
had
owned the club, I wouldn't be a
8%.
busboy.
Nah, nigga, you had 8%
point.
stake.
Wait. I got.
I wasn't
got
always the
business
busboy, but at
cards
some point, so
that it says assistant manager. on
that's
it.
true.
Yeah, I took him to Vegas
I'm
and handed him
telling
out
you,
to
my man
chicks.
Josh-
I'm Josh
I
Robles.
reach
Yeah.
heights. I reach heights.
He's trying to
that-
be nice, man.
I handed your business card out. And said,
You
I'm
seen the
Josh
show?
Robles.
You seen the show on TLC,
He gave it to
Undercover
me.
Millionaire?
I'm glad, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Undercover Millionaire. That's all he was doing there at the thing. Just fighting his own dad and shit to make believe.
Yo, for Josh's birthday one year, we popped like
We coming, though.
six bottles of Ace. Kept up bringing out champagne.
Yeah, that's facts.
It's crazy.
But
good
you ever,
times.
So
you
y'all
ever
been repping
notice-
Ace for that long?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yo, can I actually? Would it be right for me to say what bottle's actually like our bottle that I always remember too? Is,
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
The Pierre Jouet.
Yep. Perrier
Blanc de
Jouet,
Blanc.
Blanc de Blanc. That's our favorite champagne.
You drank
Damn,
that?
that's a good. Nah, that sounds like this too rich for me.
Yeah, it got flowers on it, man.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah, I looked that up.
They got
I looked at that
flowers
when
all
we
over
were
the bottle. Yeah, yeah.
looking for Hanson's.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
That did look good. That did look good.
That's
Beautiful.
one of
Yeah.
my favorite.
That's the
champagne
100th
bottles.
episode.
You ever notice though
Set in stone. Done
that
deal.
like, well, for me, right, when I was in my 20s and I was doing a birthday, I was more concerned with how many people were gonna be. I was like, is anybody even gonna show up? You know, like you get that thing, your birthday's coming up, and people will hit you up and be like, oh, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday? And you're just kind of like, dang, like I really don't know what I'm doing for my birthday. Where I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'll plan a dinner and then like have everybody come out. And I was more concerned with how many people were gonna come out. Where now I'm like, no, I want the people that I talk to every day to be at my. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's more about the not sound
It's
again,
family,
cliches,
dude.
quality over quantity. But
Yeah.
then sometimes I would be like, or check this out. Here's a better thing too, right? In my 20s, say if I was in a relationship and then my boys would be like, yo, they gotta have bitches there. Nigga, how can I bring bitches to like? Are you fucking bugging? You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Unless
yeah.
all right, now for instance, like say I have a sister, she has friends, like maybe they'll come through, but like it's one of those things where like, all right, oh maybe my girl that I was seeing at the time has friends or whatever, right? But how are you asking me, yo, you gonna have bitches there? Like,
It wasn't me though.
that makes no. It definitely no. It wasn't you, but like, yo,
It wasn't me because I didn't even fuck with you at that time. I'm definitely that guy.
No, but I'm talking about. No, it would
Yo,
be. Or
I don't blame people
or
for
not
doing
even
that.
that.
I'm
But
not gonna lie to you.
But a coworker would be like, yo, they're gonna be girls there, and I'm in my head, I'm like, no, I get that, but at the same time, even if you told me like, yo, look, it's gonna be some family shit, and you invited me, yo, dogs, I'm up. If I have time, I'm gonna pull up, show love, or depending on how close we are, I'm gonna show love regardless if it's just
Yeah,
some
yeah.
family shit.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So I'll always be like, nah, it's just some family shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like when they get there, they'll be like, they'll see one of my cousins and they'll be like, yo, who's that? And I'll be like, nah, man, don't worry, don't ask me no questions, man. I don't want hearing that shit. But back to that, like, so like I said, in my 20s, I will be more concerned with like how many, is anybody even gonna show up? And
You
then it
concerned
became-
with the spectacle of it.
yeah, and it was
Right.
like it was like pressure.
Yeah.
When your birthday came around, you're just kind of like, dang, like,
Damn,
I don't
only
even know.
14 people showed?
Yeah, you know, what
Juan
I'm saying?
had 19 at his.
There you go.
That's a good point,
You're,
man.
you're looking at the birthday party that you went to for your boys. That was like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but not only that, but then now I think about it, I'm like, yo, I've had big birthdays where like I didn't even get to talk to people. I was just like, and somebody was
that's
going to me,
facts.
and you just get smacked. And like now it's just like, all right, well now I'm more concerned with like I kind of want it to be like a smaller crowd where I could like actually like talk to everyone. You
Well,
understand what I'm
not
saying?
to toot my own horn. I think I understood that early.
I think you understood it early. No,
Yeah.
that's what
It-
I
it
got
was-
from what you're telling me.
yeah.
Can I?
I didn't have that until like
Because his birthday was one of my
fucking-
favorite birthdays at Jolie's.
Okay.
And it wasn't crazy. There wasn't like that many of us.
I had a lot of fun that
What do
day.
you mean it wasn't crazy?
It wasn't like, I mean, like,
video.
I had a lot of
no,
fun.
I'm saying there wasn't like 30 of us.
I gotta see that video, man.
There wasn't like 30 of us, right?
Oh, it wasn't 30.
It was a small group, and it was so intimate because the same shit you said
yeah.
is quality over quantity.
Oh, of
Big
course. Hands down. I had to learn that. I mean, honestly, for my birthdays since I was like probably 23 to 30, I spent them at the club because I worked at the club. I had hookups. So it was just like, yo, have all my friends meet me at the club. We're going to get mad
Oh, I thought you was
bottles.
gonna try to say I did like small shit. I was saying that's cap, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Every birthday you had was a movie.
Cheddie's
Yo,
there
dog,
like,
I-
y'all
I
about
was
to
waiting.
blow this
Yo,
nigga spot
nigga,
up.
I was about to
Killed
fucking
it.
volleyball spike his whole story.
Yo,
Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I went from like my 24th birthday doing 24 bottles of fucking champagne at Club Maracas. Shout out to Mike Club Maracas
Nice.
in Richmond Hill.
Yeah,
to,
I was at that
you know,
birthday. Yeah.
You know, wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
We go into. I used to work at Club Soul on 29th Street. That became Amnesia later
exactly,
on.
yeah.
Yo, dancing on fucking couches, drinking champagne, Hennessy VSOP, borrowing Cheddie's Gucci shades.
Yeah.
And in the
Fingering
night,
chicks behind the bar.
And during the night, I only got one lens on those Gucci
Wow.
shades.
son.
That shit is wild, bro.
Yo,
Like,
he had like an all white outfit, like gold Supras, and he had these white
The
and gold.
Supras.
Yo, he had
One-
these.
those
Those
are
I remember
those
this
are
nigga's
those
some of my favorite
Fire.
sneakers.
and he
dog.
had
Yeah,
these
yeah,
white
dog. I
and
love
gold.
those
He had these
sneakers.
white and gold
still got black
Gucci
and white.
shades. And yo, dogs, he was crushing it. And like, yo, you know, like I said, like yo, there was mad people. It was Dean's birthday. Shout out to Dean.
Yeah,
and like,
shout
yo,
out to
it was
Dean,
just
yeah.
mad people there that night. And like, yo, I probably hung out with him for like, you know, when we hung out when we went to breakfast afterwards when he was drunk, right? But yo, so he had
That's
the shades
wild.
on, and then yo, by the time it was ready for us to bounce, yo, dog, this nigga looked like a pirate. He had like one shade.
who knows?
And then I think
They got
it was
$400 shades. Now
Yo,
we're
Yo,
200.
I wish I could see Billy like he's always on point too. So to see him like off like that.
But,
it's
you know,
gotta be funny
speaking
as fuck.
about stuff like that, it's like, yo, I don't remember those birthdays.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
I agree.
As I got
Right,
older,
right.
I wanted to remember all the good times I had and the people I spent it with. So instead of like doing the club and getting fucked up, I was like, yo,
Had to
let's
be
all
intimate.
go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's all my close friends and whoever is in my life at that time.
Right.
To, you know,
Right.
to be like, yo, you know what? I'm thankful for all of these people. I'm gonna invite you out to dinner. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you choose to come,
I say that
great.
your birthday starts off the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's January 2nd, but that whole aspect is kind of like getting all together and shit like that.
Yeah,
And
it's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
start the year off like, yo, breaking bread with one another,
Yeah.
and especially, yo, thanking everybody like, yo, let's make this another.
That's why
good
you
year.
burned down Folk with the Child when we couldn't.
I didn't like the fact that we went somewhere else. I wanted to be at the cigar lounge, so I had to do what I had to do to make sure we went back.
Yeah, I know. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's a big
Son.
that's a big thing as you so kids. The bottom line is as you get older, it's about it's about who you have around.
And I was
you know
gonna
what
say
mean?
that one, just to your point as well. Like I think I was always kind of like
Was
I
that your
get-
party, the backyard party where I had the rope?
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Dogs,
Yo, yo,
that was one. And look, that was no club.
No, honestly,
that was one
you
of
guys
the
have
best,
shown me.
Yo, dogs, that was
I'm
one of the
mad-
best.
Everybody
best
loves Josh.
parties.
Dog, I honestly do not deserve what happens to me on my birthday.
Dogs,
man.
that
You
was
guys
one of the
show me
best
so
parties
much
that I've been
love,
to.
dog. Like, yeah,
I think that's like the second time I met Johnny, and Johnny was walking
being
around
honest,
with
man.
a robe on, and I was like,
I had this and the rope
you
on.
trying to be cab and paid in full, and right away I was like, yo, we became one.
Yo,
Like it was just like
facts.
Yo.
We got pictures
Yeah,
that day.
we got
for
pictures
sure.
that
Yeah,
day.
shit was
Yeah,
fire,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shit was fire. And like I said, man, like one thing with that though is that I guess I was always kind of like I didn't want that kind of attention because I kind of wanted like I kind of was I don't know if I was worried, but in a way, yeah, subliminally I was like kind of worried that people wouldn't like this. It wouldn't be a spectacle that it would ever is supposed to be. You know, and people would see me as my father's son in the club or whatever and think that I can attract or whatever. And it's like, nah, man, I got my circle of friends. If you know me, I'm always like really just close to people who I can.
No,
feel
you don't like
comfortable around,
the attention. I'm a middle child.
I don't like getting out of
I'm
my
a middle
comfort-
child, so I think
out of my
that's
comfort
That's
zone.
where that's my comfort zone.
That's so
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
how
exactly.
different
It could be
we
that,
all
for
are
sure.
in that sense, right? Because I never cared. And you know that about me.
Yeah,
Josh,
yeah.
like I said, my 21st birthday, I had my brother breathing down my neck like, son, 21?
Right,
you ain't
right,
doing
it's a
shit?
big day, right,
I'm like,
right.
I am doing shit.
You're
I'm
losing,
hanging
man.
out with my 3 favorite cousins, driving in a car, listening to music. We're going to go
I
play
love to
some
do.
pool.
Facts.
And I just think it's so important, especially now, to value that type of shit. Like, hence why I say this podcast is more than a podcast. Like, if not, what would we doing? Texting each other, being in a group chat, making funny memes.
Yeah, facts.
Now we know we have to see each
Or
other.
those conversations that we used to have. Yo, if we had a podcast, we could have done this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yo.
Even when we were on hiatus,
Yo, I spent a year and a half
we
of
would be
that
like,
shit.
we
It
would
did
be
happen.
like, yo, if we still had the podcast.
Yo, it's
we,
perfect.
Yo,
man.
this
We'd
would
be
have been
on
the
fire
perfect
right
episode
now.
for the podcast.
Hold on a
Like,
second. And out of the people making those statements, are they here? And
No,
that's
no,
my
no,
point.
no,
No,
no.
hold on, hold on,
Josh-
hold on.
Joshy and I would say.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to start
I
beef.
would-
I was gonna say the same thing he said though.
No, you
Some-
two did not really do those. Yo, if we had a podcast.
Honestly, we did. I'm not gonna lie about it. Cheddie did.
Cheddie
and I
did,
Yeah.
yeah.
but not at that extent. Because Ali was a big one doing that shit all the
Yeah,
time.
That's true.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that should be good for a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Edgar's another one like,
With the text,
yeah, the
so,
podcast
yeah.
will be popping. So,
Yeah.
you know, Cheddie's joke more so was like, Yeah, because Handsome took our money and shit. And
Yeah,
he doing stuff
yeah.
with it, you know what I mean?
Facts,
But
facts.
other than that, like, and those are people that I know, and I know for a fact when we get to the warmer months and shit like that, and we get more back into that rhythm and like bigger venues where we can have more people, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a little difficult, and I know that's gonna probably aggravate you a bit.
I'm not gonna be on the show. 1,000%.
Nah, you know what? You know
Nah,
what?
because we can make it work, but this is good.
Can I just add to
yeah,
that? I just
100%.
want to say that I do think we can make it work because, and that goes back to like the first topic we talked about in the show, which is like a lot of people on the show. The way we are now, and I realize that, I think that we give a lot of me and you, or us three really, we give a lot of we're really like conscious about what's going on. We give a lot of room to breathe and for people to get their ideas off. We've done a show with 4 people, and it's easy for us to like let somebody just and spotlight them almost in a way. So I think that moving forward, we could definitely
Yeah, we got the
have more
practice
people.
of it. But yeah, it's just I'm glad to know that my birthday's coming. I also got a special surprise for everybody. It's not really a surprise. I mentioned it last week. But go to COAMD.com. I got a song coming out on Friday. It's specific to, like, especially we were talking about religion earlier and shit. It's pretty cool. It's kind of my birthday gift to everybody else. So enjoy it. It's right here. COAMD.com.
Thank you.
Is it right here?
It's going to be right here.
Actually, it's right
And
here.
if it's not here, we're going to look like retards just pointing at the thing.
Whoa, that's a fucked up term to use.
It is.
guy.
I apologize.
I'm really
right
offended
away.
because I'm retarded. No PC.
Ironically,
The name of your
the name of your
EP. I'm about to say. Hold up. That sounds familiar.
I do apologize for that.
Because he's
He doesn't
using my
apologize.
brand prior to me releasing my project.
I don't stand behind using that word.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not gonna announce your whole album. I'm just gonna be like,
I'm just,
for
I'm
yours.
only human. We
Yeah,
said
yeah,
things like that when
what
we were
it's gonna
younger.
be,
It
yeah.
stays with me, you know.
Fiore's child.
Yeah. I said that in my 20s when I cared about how many people were at my birthday.
Exactly.
But now in my 30s, when I don't give a fuck.
Exactly,
I'm
Cheddie.
not saying that.
Way to tie that shit back in, man.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
Let's jump to the next topic. I know a lot of you are really upset about this. I know Fa was one of the people especially upset about this.
That nigga
Cheddie.
has mad sneakers,
And
dog.
Cheddie, man.
Not even
He got
that.
more sneakers than
Yeah, but
anybody I know.
Fa's actually the one that's like really heavy on being on that app
Yeah,
at
yeah,
10
no, for
a.m.,
sure.
dude. Like, really. Joshua will always send me the text and the screenshot. Yo, 10 a.m., go get these. They're going to be this much. Da, 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 da.
It's a good
And
flip.
now to know that we like some suckers over here playing in an unfair game kind of feels like America.
We're behind the 8 ball
exactly
balls
America.
the whole fucking time. The whole time, man.
Fa, what was that took place? It was the vice president or who?
So, a Nike VP, her name is Ann Herbert. Her son allegedly had this huge sneaker reselling business.
His inventory's crazy.
Yo,
He's a
now,
known dude, right?
Now I understand the meme you sent.
So his
Okay,
his
go ahead.
inventory
He's
is
a known
nuts.
dude, too, right? He's a
Yeah,
known
fucking
reseller, right?
Crazy, yeah.
Known reseller, but he always blurs out his face. Now we know why.
Yeah.
So she's VP of Nike North America.
Nice.
That's a fucking huge title.
Of course.
Let's be real. My mother is VP of Nike North America.
You doing the same thing.
I got the fucking super plug. And rightfully so. But he had an interview with Bloomberg Business, and for some reason he tried to prove his legitimacy in this game. And he showed
Big fail.
he showed a credit card purchase with his mother's name of over an excess of hundreds of thousands of dollars of buying sneakers. And obviously he's buying at discounts. He's
The
not
LLC
buying-
is under her name too, right?
Fuck buying at discounts. He has access.
I'm not 100% sure if the LLC is under her name.
Yeah, I believe so. The LLC is under her name. That's what brought up the red flags.
Well,
but apparently she told Nike.
But she told
about
Nike in 2018 all
Right.
of this stuff. So, I mean, I guess they were okay with it until like this whole situation leaked.
This. Right.
And
Wait, so
Let
she
me
had their backing?
she had Nike's backing. Because let's understand the game real quick. The game
I
is
know that
now
part. That's
the
fine.
game is now so controlled by the resale market that you as a company that's so huge and you control the product,
Correct.
you can double dip. Now,
Yeah, but
double
if you-
dipping means if I'm Nike, I control the sale, I control who I distribute it to. If I want to stop the distribution to small stores and they say, hey, I'm going to give 100,000 pairs back door for maybe, if I'm selling it to the retail store at 60%, I'm going to now sell it at 150%. And I'm still making more money than anybody
Yeah.
thought about. So now you're basically double dipping. So with her having this influence, as you want to say, her son getting crazy amount of pairs.
Did he have like a fucking warehouse full of this
Bro, a warehouse.
Yeah.
He looked like UPS.
I mean, I can't even believe it.
He
You know
looked
what?
like UPS.
That,
You know
yo,
what?
wait,
You know
and
what?
that
No one knew
Can I
this?
ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
That picture with the
they knew.
off whites, that's a real picture, right?
Yeah.
Well, that
Bro,
goes
believe
that
that.
goes
No,
back
that's
to
$800 a fucking shoe.
1,000%. He said he
Yo,
found
dog, he's
four
in a lot full
Mags.
of
Air Mags. Those Back to the Future
No,
shits.
no,
He found
6
them
pairs.
in an abandoned lot.
That is
That
mind
was his
blowing.
story.
Come on, man.
Here's
Fuck
my
outta
thing.
here.
Yeah, that's mind blowing.
That's
bro.
like
12,000 a pair.
That's like motherfuckers
Fuck
getting
outta
pulled
here.
over with like mad bread and being like, "Yeah, I found it in a fucking taxi."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Come on, dog. So what I'm saying is like these are the questions I have, and we don't have answers to this yet because not enough information's come out. But
They
one,
refuse to speak up.
Why do the Bloomberg interview, dogs? Just lay low. But it's because people want that like he feels good taking that picture with like stacks of boxes behind him, blurring out his face. Like why do that? You understand?
Well, because
be like,
you
yo,
got a point.
I'm the
He's
plug.
cloud chasing.
I'm the
It's not
right.
even that his friends know who he is.
Why?
They see that body and see whatever.
They put his address in the comments.
Oh, wow, son.
So niggas hit that lick. You know what I mean? But obviously, he probably got he probably live in a rich ass.
No, he live in Oregon.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I'm sure a rich ass part in Oregon though.
Yeah,
If his mom's
you
the
know?
VP, she was
I mean,
getting paid how much?
obviously, like, so when I started doing some research, I was like, yo, this backdoor shit is crazy. The regular consumer like us, yeah, that was super pause. But in the sneaker world, backdooring pause means something else.
But
it means
you don't have to be.
so
Some about females.
so
I never backed on a bitch.
so we all know about GOAT, right? GOAT is owned by
Yes.
Flight Club and their reselling app.
Oh, I did not know that Flight Club owns GOAT.
I
I'm,
didn't
I'm
either.
mad out the
So-
loop.
I didn't know that myself. So
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So they basically are a co-sign and reselling app. Foot Locker invested $100 million into GOAT. So if you're Foot Locker, you're a major retailer. So you retail these sneakers for the retail. You sell these sneakers for the retail price. If you're investing in a resale company, are you gonna say, "Hey, maybe we'll just keep 50% of our retail inventory.
that's good business.
And give it to them.
Nah, but it's not- but
now that's double dipping. My
is
friend.
that what I was gonna say? Is that good business or is that
Yeah.
illegal?
You know what I'm saying? That's
because
double
now-
I'm sure
yeah,
that
now you're
I
selling
don't know
it for
illegal
a
is a strong
resale
word, but
price.
I'm sure if
Yeah,
people
yeah,
figure
no.
this out,
it's,
business-wise,
it's
cutting-
insider trading.
exactly.
No,
Right?
it's not only insider trading. You're now taking the quantity
Beyond insider trading.
You're
too, because
actually
you're
Yeah,
taking
no, I'm
from
saying,
you're
but it's the same.
depicting the
your-
market.
Yeah, I agree with
The
you.
same incorrectness.
You're-
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Same law
doing
breaking.
stock
Yeah.
manipulation. You're depicting the outcome of this market.
Yeah.
So now sneakers have no choice but to go that high because you have cut the regular consumer off from the demand, like the supply, because you just took half of it away.
What do we do?
Nah, you stop buying sneakers. That's what you should do.
Is that
That's why
possible?
that's why I stopped.
You should.
You didn't stop. I'm saying, dude got the
Stop.
Griffies. Yo, I saw 3
He was
boxes
suppo-
when I
he was
got here.
supposed to wear them this week.
That's
Yeah,
last week.
that was last week. The other 3 he didn't open the 3 boxes. You know we're gonna see it.
Keep it on ice, man.
You know. I mean,
I'm upset now though. I'm not buying any
that's
for a while.
yeah, but
I'm taking a
that's
stand.
that's the ultimate
Today.
way.
I'm
taking a
you-
stand
you know,
today.
to hurt any company is to boycott them. You know,
Yeah.
like, hey, let's teach them a lesson. But obviously, who's gonna do that?
because
this
it's such big business that I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's gonna.
And not only that, you got to understand, there's also people that will take advantage of that, right? So let's say 10,000 people stop doing it, right? The other 2,000 gonna be like, yo, that means the price drops.
I'm about to
son.
hit this. I'm about to hit this lick.
Yeah.
Get a whole bunch of them.
Super facts, yeah.
Yeah, so the other 10,000 thinking like, nah, I can't let go. So no one does it.
Well, to put it into a crazy term, you know, you would think that throughout this past year, people would cut down on
Oh, no.
purchasing.
Oh no.
This kid, Ann Herbert's son, he made, his name is Joe Herbert, by the way. He made $600,000 in the month of May last year when everybody
Wow.
got their stimulus check.
Wow.
So the bigger
So let me
problem
ask you
is what I've
this. So
said,
now
though,
she's
B.
getting a check from Nike
What?
for 2 point something million
Bigger problem is
to
what
be
I
their
said.
VP.
Yeah.
And she's also getting this money from her son. I would
yeah.
imagine.
Oh, of course.
So imagine she's taking a piece
This
of
education
the
is-
LLC.
Why
or
not?
whatever.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
nah.
Her son
Nah.
ultimately is using her card,
Right.
So she has to pay
It's
that
her
bill.
credit. Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
she has to pay that
Well, I'll
bill.
let you-
Plus, is she just gonna let it like, oh yeah, you could make all the money and I'm not gonna take any of it?
Right.
Nah, give me my cut.
Yeah, of course.
This ain't a
She probably
fucking-
gets the initial or something.
Wait,
Yeah.
real quick. I had some saying that the problem is us for being the consumer, I guess, right? Or
No,
being
no.
the way-
But I'm saying the problem is us, but because of the lack of education.
Okay.
Because we get back into this loop. And I hate going all political, but the truth is the system was set for us to fail. I don't want to be that guy, but it's the truth.
No, it is.
Because that stimulus check.
Go ahead, Edgar.
I can't do that.
But the before you continue, I just want to say the difference is that
Because let me hear what you say. Maybe you're misunderstanding.
the system is maybe set up for us to fail, but it doesn't mean that it's our fault for not being knowledgeable in a system that is set up for us to not know.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's not our fault.
The
You know what I mean?
education has us fucked up.
Yeah.
Because we're not taught the right way.
Well, if you don't know better, you can't do better.
Exactly.
But who's to fault that you can't learn better? Are you limited in your own?
The thing is that there may be access to that information out there, but who's to know that you even have to look for it? You need something to tell you to look for it.
Right. Don't do false advertising either for the average Joe, for the person who's not a sneaker, like, because you got to think about that parent that's like really wants to get this gift for their kid. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like you're putting them like again behind the eight, like you're drawing this image of like, yeah, look, we're eliminating bots and we're eliminating, you not being able to get it on Foot Locker and, going to stores where kids were getting robbed and beat up and stuff like that, right? I think I sent y'all a video this week of the dudes. There was a dude waiting online and he goes up to the register and he goes, I'm letting you know right now, I'm getting these shoes or I'm waiting outside for somebody and I'm robbing them for it. And then at the bottom it says, so sneakers ain't that bad. You know what I mean? And this was before this scandal came out.
Yeah.
This was before this scandal.
I didn't know that.
Every
I think it's Alexi's son.
Yo, quick story. Me and Five went to cop some kicks back, this is 15 years now, right? 15 years ago, and we go to Jamaica Avenue. So, we're looking up. This is before, it's internet time or whatever, right? But we're looking up on Nike Talk to see where they're going to drop it. And we get to the
Nike
store.
Talk.
Yes,
yeah, crazy. Forums. And we get to the store, and these two dudes hop out of their car, and they go, you put your name on this list. And me and Five was just like, because we're from New York, now fuck that. Now, this is the line now. And they were like, nah. And they were mad humble, mad kind. But because, we already had a rough week trying to get these sneakers, that we were just like, nah, the line's now. That's it. And they were just like, no, I'm being serious, man. If you put your name right here, you guys will be 5 and 6. And he was like, you can go home and just come back at 8, right? Nope.
Yeah.
We stood right there. We still put our names on the list, like good Samaritans. Put our name on the list. And then
ain't nobody gonna play me though.
Fucked up when the 5 people came. They're like, yeah. So and I was like, damn, we really are on the list. And we waited it out, but because you're not
at that point,
I'm no
especially
sucker.
at that point,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And at that point, we just been through the ringer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's my point. My point is this kid, and this is why I hate going back to this, but this kid, obviously because he's privileged, because his mother's in a certain situation, he's gaming us, right? Because we will take our stimulus check and pour it into this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that kid, let's say, I know he's not going to get it, but let's say he got a sgoing check, right? Because of his education, because of the system that he's been allowed to
the way
experience,
he was raised,
he's able to say, sneakers, I'm going to start a website. And with that website,
mad people want to resell. Mad people want to resell. Mad people want to resell.
Yeah.
No one has the access to the
but
sneakers
you know
that
what
this dude
though?
has.
Yes, because you know what?
This dude had a bot supposedly that he
shout
bought.
out.
He created a bot, right?
Yeah, he spent $130,000 on
$132,000 on
Yeezys on Yeezy's website.
Shout out to sneaker.
You can't tell me that
sneaker
access.
industry. That's his Brian's boy. This kid is on his grind. Brian was explaining to me how he gets up early in the morning, waits on those lines,
Facts.
and flips.
That's a real job. It could be a real job for you.
He's putting in that work.
Yeah.
He's putting in that work that this kid doesn't have to put in, and is making You know what I'm saying?
And then he doesn't even need to. I mean, I don't even want to get to that point, but in
Yeah.
his mom's VP of Nike, he probably doesn't even need to do that. So it's just like,
you know what I did find funny though? He had Adidas product too. So it's definitely something that she's knowledgeable of it. She's definitely reaching out. This is definitely a company that she's running.
Yeah.
Well,
you understand what I'm
that
saying?
could be his bot.
Sorry, or she's overseeing.
yeah, but he's just still saying for him
I'm
to
sure
know
she's rubbed-
what bot to get.
Of course,
I'm sure she's rubbed
giving
shoulders
exactly
with somebody from Adidas to be like, hey,
They all know each other.
My
Yeah.
son, my son has.
The bad part is that she financed it.
Yes.
If you're in that.
And that's another
situation
point,
at a
yeah.
company,
She's
It's
not
on her
absent
it's
of
on her
any
black
fucking
card.
blame.
Yeah, it's on her black card.
Yeah, she paid for
finance
it. Yeah, she paid for that
You
shit.
got to let him take out his own credit cards, or let your husband do it, or let somebody else do it. But the fact that she holds such a high position at a big brand,
She ran the sneakers app.
Yeah.
That was her thing.
How crazy is that?
credit,
That's so close.
her
So
credit
close, so
is probably
fucking
like a
beyond crazy.
$500,000 limit.
Word.
So she probably.
I don't know,
that's
man.
why
It's almost near yours.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got
Actually, yo, shout out to
I
Chase
got all
Inc.
this-
I just got a
almost
$26,000
We
card.
got all this
You're
equipment.
lying, bro.
Yours,
You
son.
got that Centurion.
Yeah. I think we got all this equipment.
That's sad.
Yo, no, but and I get because when you say that, what you're trying to basically do is instead of us being victims, and shit like that. It's like, yo, own the situation and like don't be victims. Like try to figure out a way that you can take advantage of the situation.
I hate the fact that we're stuck, man. That shit really. As much as people think I don't give a fuck, I give a lot of fucks. Right? It bothers me. It's hence why I try my best to like teach my nephew certain things. Any youth that I talk to, like,
Please don't tell me to stop buying sneakers.
I buy sneakers, and it's nothing wrong with it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just before that, I try to make other purchases. Like I told you today about the deal I'm doing in Connecticut on Thursday, right? Like I'm following the Dame Dash blueprint, which is like my money's been sitting there in the bank collecting 0.1%. I say, yo, let me take this big ass risk.
Put your money in the streets.
Figure it out.
Like Dame said, put your money in the streets.
I thought about, I love sneakers, but what did it do for me? It kind of like fulfilled some kind of like hole that was missing in my fucking life.
It's because of our dads.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
You guys are crazy.
Nah, dead ass.
I don't.
Well, me personally.
I didn't look at it as where it's a fulfillment of happiness that you're not getting from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So what I thought about is like, yo, I spend so much money. If I'm
What are you saying? I need a girlfriend?
No, it's not.
No, Cheddie connected it like.
It's actually
chill, man.
nah, it's not about anybody. Like actually, nobody should be responsible for
Made
anybody's
it happen.
happiness, and not even a single thing. But to me, if I can't spend that $150 and buy cryptocurrency or put it into my Robinhood or put it into my Acorns prior to me buying these sneakers, then it's not worth it.
And that's my point.
So now
Yeah.
what I do is
with you guys.
every month I try to put $200 into my Acorns straight. And if I justify spending some money on some sneakers, I already knew I invested.
Look, we are not going to
$200.
use this segment to attack me.
No, you're not-
we are going to attack this kid. Nah,
Wait, you're not being attacked,
Nah,
man. You
we played it your birthday
you got
this
your shit
year.
right, Cheddie?
Faz the one that took over my Acorns and said like, yo, nah, you got to put this much money every week, no matter what. I think something
mean,
cheap.
like-
I put like 17 a week,
Listen,
and now I haven't noticed the difference, but it's going inside of the account without me
what I
noticing.
try to do now is justify a purchase by. I told him the other day. I said, "Yo, I try to
Will my
win.
girl like it?
I try to win everything because if I win something, I could sell it and my shit would be for free.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like that's
Right,
it.
right, right,
Like
right.
I'm not
But
trying.
that's how they do business, and that's
Yeah.
my point.
Like yo, I'm tired of losing, bro.
Everything,
I want to win.
everything to them is, yo, I want that. Perfect example, because I know this guy. His wife wanted a Benz. This is when I was working at Mercedes, right? And instead of him, like she wanted this Benz so bad, he don't give a fuck. He could afford it 10 times. He was just like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to buy you a storage house. He bought her like a little storage warehouse, some shit out of town, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, and with the money that makes, that'll pay for
That'll
your
be for
Benz.
that. Yeah.
That shit to me was like, oh, this motherfucking genius. Look at this guy.
And
Shit.
afterwards, obviously.
3 months later, she came
the
back
hack. That's the hack, yeah.
with the money coming from that and said, yo, now get me the E-Class that I wanted. The new body. And I was
When
like,
I got like my first job out of college, I was making like decent money. I remember being like, this is fucked up thinking, but you would say, all right, so I missed out on these two Jordans that were $150 each. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get these Bapes. That was fucking $350. Not saying that I did this, but I did something close to this. You understand what I'm saying? But like that was my thinking though.
Yeah.
Or not even that. I'll be like, all right, well I'm gonna get this jacket that. Now looking back, like that jacket went out of style.
Yeah.
Was it
A, you know
AV?
what I mean? It probably wasn't AV, right?
Never goes out of style,
it's
man.
back
You
in
bugging.
style now.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
thing's wilding right
but,
now.
but what I'm
Exactly.
saying is one of those things. I'm just giving an example of something that I may have bought that you just like. That was my mentality. It was like, all right, well, I missed out on these couple of things. So you know what? I'm gonna treat myself to this. You understand
As
what I'm
you
saying?
should.
Yeah, as you should, but
To an extent.
to an extent, because now like if I had like we said it before, we had taken all those 150s that we spent on Jordans and fucking bought Nike stock like back before the sneaker like
Crazy.
game blew up.
Crazy.
Come on, son.
You know?
You ever been with a girl that said, oh, instead of spending that money on sneakers, don't you spend that money on us?
Oh Jesus Christ, have I, man? That's great. That's
No.
great. Fire, you want to go first?
Honestly,
Oh,
I've
nah,
never
nah,
been with
you
a girl
never-
like that. Thank God, dog. We're talking.
Nah, brother buys sneakers for herself, man. Come on, man.
It's-
Ever said that?
I
to
never
me?
bought sneakers.
You know they thought it though.
I knew they
You know, they
thought
thought it, though. Yeah,
If they
yeah,
said
yeah.
that to me, I would have looked at them like,
Yeah,
yo,
you know they thought it though. Yeah,
I'd
Yeah.
rather spend it on some
Yeah.
dinner. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
That
I
dinner
agree
I'm
with
going to eat. I get to rock these kicks every fucking week.
listen, any girl I've ever been with, I always
that. That's true. Though.
like in a relationship wise, I would always want to buy her some nice shit and
You want her to match your fly.
yeah, or,
Right. I dated a chick
or
that
at
was
least be practical on something
Right.
like, yo, let's.
I dated a chick that's wearing K-Swiss before me. Siraj, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we heard about that story.
Yeah, you
last
know what I'm
week.
saying? Had to fucking level her up.
You know,
but yeah.
But that's a different story when it comes to like, yo, you telling me what to do. If it's a smart investment of like how to make money, save money, yeah, I'll listen to you.
Yeah, give me a better
Don't
avenue.
tell me to give you my money.
Correct.
No,
Yeah,
that's
facts.
not.
Not just
that's
take me
the
to better
avenue.
dates.
Yeah, that's
One,
not the
thing.
avenue.
One thing I would never do. It was like because I don't want nobody to count my pockets. Like I'd never complain to a girl about like, damn man, like I can't afford to do this week, or I got to pay my car payment, but I don't like. I never said that. You know why? Because like I knew at that point my spending. I mean, my spending habits are not great now, but like they were fucking terrible back then.
Yeah.
I don't
But
want
now it's
nobody
gonna be a
tell-
microscope
I
on
don't
that
want nobody
shit,
telling
yeah.
me like, yeah, well, you know, you didn't need those extra pair of 11s or whatever the
Facts.
fuck I bought. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I was like, I don't count my pockets. Watch me watch TV.
Word.
You know what I mean? But though, I will
line
I will
ever.
say
Hell
one
yeah.
thing though. I will say one thing. If you do have a partner that's telling you, okay, you know what, we could take this and do something, not dinner or a vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even you know what? I'll even on the spectrum, I'll say a vacation. You know why? Because it's a memory that you guys will have together.
Yeah, but
You understand what I'm
vacation
saying?
after she's saying other shit. Me personally, like
Right.
you got to tell me
Okay.
like, yo, we need a house
Yes,
or some kind of
yes.
shit like that
Right,
prior
right,
to
right.
us getting to that point.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Do we really need to do this? Do you really need this right now? You have you have 7 pairs of 11s of different colors. Like it's the same sneaker. Like, do you really like how many times are you going to wear that as opposed to we could do this with this? You understand what I'm saying? But that's another topic for another day that I do want to get into about like sharing a bank account with somebody as far as like them telling you what you can spend your money
Yo,
on.
that's a
when
great
you're not
topic.
spending it. We'll
That's a
definitely
great
get on that
topic.
another time.
That's a great topic,
But
honestly.
I'll tell you one thing relating to what Fa was saying.
Yeah.
Because I was beating myself up this morning, right? I was going over my birthday's coming up, so if my birthday was coming up, I always replay the year. That's my new year. March 5th is always my new year.
Yeah, I like to reflect on the year too on
Yeah.
my birthday. Yeah. I've been doing that for the last couple of years.
And I reflected
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
March 8th of last year, I was with my cousin that no longer exists. His name is Jigs. We were at Queens Bully
I
having
really thought he was
drinks.
going to talk about a cousin that passed away, bro.
No,
I
he-
was like, what the fuck did I miss in the past year?
I
Yeah.
guess he passed away in my life.
Wow.
We
And
love
him
you,
and
Jigs.
I were there, and we were talking at Queens Bully, talking about investments, and we had the Bitcoin talk.
Okay.
Because he knew I knew about cryptocurrency, and he was talking to somebody about cryptocurrency. We had that talk, and I remember telling him at that point, it was like at 5 Gs, right? And I was like, yo, that shit keeps going up and down, up and down. It was like a 9,000 2 weeks ago, da-da-da-da-da. And March 11th, I had a conversation with your brother, with Negi, and Negi and I were talking, and I was like, yo, son, I got to pull the trigger, man. I'm about like 3 of these coins. They're like at 5 something. March 12th, they're like at 3,800. I had just gotten one of my business credit cards for 35,000.
You telling us about that?
Yeah, and I was just like,
yeah.
yo, with 11 racks, I get 3 of these fucking coins,
Yeah.
and in about 5 years, them shit's gonna be like at 20 or 30,000. That was my mindset, baby.
Yeah.
And
But
I didn't do it.
But that takes time to get to that mind state, and that's what I think that we need to pass that on to like our kids and our nephews to be like,
Facto change.
yeah, it's great. Like I wouldn't change like my teens and my 20s for like I got fresh and stuff like that. But at the same time, it was kind of like, damn, if I really had somebody to sit me down to be like, yo, and my mom was big on like credit, having credit. She would just be like, yo, I remember one time we went to the store, Dave's Quality Meat. Pause. But
That's my shit, though.
it's a fucking sneaker spot
store is-
that has fire
Yeah, that
sneakers,
store was
right?
fire,
I'm
hell
like,
yeah.
yo, those my mom. She never got the idea about why I spent 150 on sneakers, but like that was something ingrained in me. That was my pops, like always copping me kicks and just the
Fresh
things that
shit.
we had.
Yeah.
But if I had to do it over, but like I didn't have that, and I don't think he knew about it either because she was the one that was like they both made all right money, but like she was the one that was like, no, we need to save it this week because I know we had a good time. We always throw a barbecue. Have
Well,
parties,
mention who she worked for.
but it's one of those things. Work for Pfizer.
Yeah,
Set
so
up for
she-
Pfizer.
Exactly. So
She had
kinda
the-
understood.
Trust in science.
Yeah.
But she had the
Facts, though.
exposure to people talking about stocks. People talking
She's
about
around
shares.
it. You're right. Now I think about it because now my dad is more of a construction worker, lunch pail type of guy where they're talking about
Typical West Indian shit.
running numbers.
Yeah.
They're talking about, I'm talking about,
Yeah.
let's go to the lotto. Let's go play lotto.
My
Facts,
mom,
facts.
his
You know what I'm
grandma. That's all they talk about all day, dude.
They talk about numbers and they talk about
systems.
hitting the lotto. My dad was always the guy running the maybe that's where I get the whole always running fantasy football. He was always running the fucking he had a Monday Night Football pool. It's like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's just who he was. So I didn't have that person to tell me. And maybe my mom, like I had it, but then like
Your mom wasn't
I don't
forceful.
want to say I didn't have it, but like because then later on, once I moved up and like
Once
as
you
far
hit the
as
250K mark,
position-
she was like,
Nah, she was
Jonathan.
Right around there. More or less.
Jonathan.
She was just more like, yeah, she was more like, yo, you could invest your money here and do this stuff. Like, but you're right. Now I think about it, she probably had those conversations at work as her circle, who she was around. You know, so like now,
Exposure.
Have you noticed like our conversations are a lot different now? Opposed, yeah, we talk about sports, we talk about music and stuff, but it's a lot more like, all right, this is how you can invest. Or,
You teach us about
this
the
is how you
corporate
can
world
do-
all the
this is how-
time.
This is how you can do this, and I think that's good. Those are great conversations to have amongst your friends because it's like I don't think people have enough of that. Like, I included myself in that. Like early on, my mom told me about like investing in like Pfizer stock and stuff like that. And now I think about it, I'm like, damn, why didn't I tell like all my boys about that shit? As opposed to being like our conversations were, yo, you saw the ones that came out. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
replay to the education that we got.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not something that's talked about with us.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas to them, they are spoken to about business.
But I just want to say there's so many factors to that. But I agree with your whole premise of like, don't victimize yourself. And it's like, yo, just
No,
I'm saying it's the education aspect. We're fucked.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I wish I did it different.
No, I'm not
You
saying
understand
you.
what
I'm
saying?
trying to say is, in Hanson's perspective is like, yeah, but you know what? We should be investing in these things. But like what you said is actually absolutely true, which is like we're taking the steps there. You know, as far as maybe our generation or whatever. So like, people like that, they were taught that, and they're given better access. They have more money in some situations. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the knowledge is there in deeper ways. It's not only just knowing to invest in things. It's also being around people who can tell you what's a better investment, what's not a better investment, tax deductible things or not tax.
What he was talking about. His dad is more so like our
exactly.
family,
So
right?
while the information is there,
while his mom was in a situation where the people were talking,
it's natural to her,
and no one listens
She was
to
in
her.
a natural environment.
No one listens to her because it's like, yeah, that's cool.
And it's crazy because
we know
like,
this.
She would be on the more like, yo, let's invest, let's buy a house. She wanted to buy a house in Brooklyn like before I started college. Damn. And my dad was more like, nah, because we need to get the boiler room fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got where he's coming from, but at the same time,
one of those things is that though is like when people aren't prepared, like in a situation, let's say right now, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, if people don't have a lot of money and they haven't made investments in the past, then it doesn't feel as safe as an investment. So now you're in a situation like nowadays where you run into what we run into right now with everything we've had the past year. And people are doing things that they, is different than just to survive. Almost
also, I feel like we were,
but it's not because they're dumb. It's just circumstances.
We were raised
Education.
like make sure nobody.
But it's not their fault they didn't get their education.
No, that's we're saying the same thing. You're not listening to what I'm saying. We are giving this education.
Yeah.
Like
I just don't like blaming people for not having the education.
We're not blaming them. I'm blaming the system for giving us
fair.
That
So I
middle
do
and
agree with
lower
you
class
that, yeah.
the education of here, keep working for us.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas they had a different implementation. That's what so we're on the same page. You just keep understanding. I'm not saying it's our fault because we just want to be lazy.
Yeah.
It's our fault because we let them continue to feed us this shit when there's like Fa was saying earlier, there's so many avenues now where we can kind of pick it here and there, but we're not trained for that.
Yeah, facts.
You can't teach somebody something
I
they
agree.
weren't trained for.
I agree wholeheartedly. Then, yeah.
I just looked at the next topic and I said, well, speaking of education, what happens if they threw
the segue?
Yo,
Perfect
dogs, that's crazy. How did they threw some kids out of school because their mom, and she was alright.
Yeah,
but they were right.
She had a pop
lie about that.
OnlyFans.
They're right. You can't be a Catholic mom and have an OnlyFans.
No, we're not going to get into religion. We're not going to do this right now.
Nah, don't fuck
But what
around,
I'm
man.
saying,
Is that
though,
your real opinion, man?
1,000%. I had this whole. I said
you can't be
earlier.
a God-fearing woman.
You
and
can't.
have an OnlyFans.
You can't tell me you're
strippers
part of this
can't have-
religion. You're so strict with that religion. Like I tell people, I'm a cafeteria Catholic.
But she goes to.
I only show up for lunchtime.
They go
was
to a
gonna say
they
right
go to
now,
a Catholic
dog.
private school though, so it's like, what is it like? It's a reflection on the school. That's why they.
No, I think it's more because I think a public school would do the same thing.
You think so, huh?
I believe so because they all try to. The education system is set up as part of the political system, so you're trying to be right with everything, right? So they're always gonna attack anybody doing that's anything outside of that realm to look good.
Anybody seen the OnlyFans page?
These are the same. These are the same.
I'll subscribe.
Shout out to my cousin Kevin. Let me. Get
I
that
like old
OnlyFans.
ladies.
So
That's right.
let's put it like
Appreciate
this.
that.
Send in the GC.
Do you know how many people have OnlyFans?
A lot, I'm sure.
I got OnlyFans
A
I'm just saying.
lot.
at
Do you
Handsome
know-
Island,
Do you know how many women with children probably have OnlyFans?
Absolutely,
A lot.
Yeah.
and they should.
The fact that they have a platform to expose whatever they want to expose and make money. First of all, it's free in this country to do shit like that. By all means, expression, however you want to express it. When you choose to go to a private institution house,
But those
however-
kids are not going to school. It's her though, no?
No, what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not the
No.
kids on OnlyFans. It's the
Oh
it's the
yeah,
parent.
but you know
Because what happens if they have a stripper that goes to a stripper that has kids in private school? Are you gonna take the kids out of school
They
because
don't know that.
the principal may have walked in and saw her making it
Then,
clap?
if they see that now, what is that situation?
The principal's not to go to strip clubs either.
Exactly.
Why not? It's my bachelor party, Billy. You're,
Same-
you're,
same-
you're
same
No, he has a point.
Same
It's
principle
a,
that
it's
be
a
drinking on the
private
job.
organization.
No, I get it. Same principle. I'm saying. I'm agreeing with
But
you.
it's on his own.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
time.
But the
Right,
principal
right.
of a
No, they
Catholic
drink during the
school,
job, I'm saying.
Oh, I don't want to get
Right?
struck by lightning. You agree
Yeah,
with
the
me?
principal of a Catholic school. What is he normally? A priest? Is he something? Is he a nun? Is he one of these situations? He's not supposed to go to a strip club.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Nah,
think-
Fonz right
But
because
he's a man of God in those
Not
ways,
necessar-
so-
not
No, no,
necessarily
no,
if you're a
what-
principal,
what-
though.
what- can I just say the
No, I'm just
justification
saying,
of
Maybe
it?
like the what the
You
heck?
can throw that out the window. Justification of it, whatever lines people draw. The bottom line, in my opinion, is that you're right in this sense that it's a private school, and any private company, any private school, whatever.
So
they're-
show me in that private school where it says, "Yo, if you got an OnlyFans,
No, I
or you're a stripper,
I feel
or
you.
you're a porno star."
I'm not saying that it's not
Right.
they have a
hypocrisy.
certain culture. So it's like, I'm making it so fucked
You
up in
think,
everybody's
you
eyes.
think Lisa Ann's kids like go to like a Catholic school or they
Yeah.
go to public school?
Yeah, I was think people don't know that.
Yeah,
You feel that you
and that's
know who
Lisa
Lisa Ann
Ann,
is?
who's.
Yeah, but I don't think she
Lisa
shares
Ann.
her name. I don't think she.
Yo,
pays
we
for
gotta
the
look
kids.
that up. We
I
gotta
don't
We
think
gotta
that,
look at shit like
yeah,
that.
but it's,
Like,
but it's,
where
it's not
is
also like this girl went and was like, "Yo, my kids are in this private school. This is who I am,
Somebody found
OnlyFans."
it. Somebody
No, somebody
found it.
found it.
Exactly, it's like a
Somebody found
random
it.
girl's
One of the-
OnlyFans. It just so happened that her kids were going to that school.
You
so it's
already
not like
know is another parent that snitched on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to get some ass. She was like,
Yo,
I,
even
I
trying to get
just
some
put
ass.
up footage.
Their husband
You
was
think
looking
it was
at
a
that.
father that got like his wife walked
That's
in and
exactly
said,
what happened.
I'm not doing anything, honey.
That's exactly what happened.
This is Billy's mom. It's Billy's mom.
I'm just saying, with his pants half down. I just wanted to see who the other kids' parents were.
I was shocked.
It's a virtual
That would
parents
be
meet
me.
and greet.
That would be
Damn, I'm such a fucking perv, dog. I'm definitely not getting caught.
I'm
That's the
pretty
best
sure
one right
Damn,
there,
my
man.
P's and Q's, baby.
these,
the best one
in
right
these
there,
contracts. I mean, Mikey goes to Catholic school. We got to
Oh,
read.
shout out
his-
to the intern. He'll be here next week.
we got to read his contract like these. Your parents sign that. You got to uphold to some standard of honor or whatever it is to keep. your
Yeah,
name in. I'm pretty sure
yeah, you
that's
got me
in
there.
in that
You got me
fine
there.
print.
You got me
That's
there.
it. Like because if
Like-
anything that jeopardizes the culture of
Right.
Catholic,
That's my
and
point,
Blah blah
yeah.
blah. That's what. it
Like, don't
jeopardizes
carry
that.
yourself
I had-
like a chicken head.
My homegirl hit me up. She's like, yo, you know what your show is really missing? Your show is missing a female cast member, but like a permanent female cast member. And I said no.
I knew it. No, I knew. I know you.
And I said, you know why it's not missing? Because this is our show.
yeah, word.
Right? And in our show, we mainly beat down the woman's subject. Like that's our goal. Joshua's
Yo,
there
can you
to
be more
save it.
specific?
Can we not say beat down and
We
women?
beat down the
No,
women's
we don't.
subject while you're
We
punching
love-
on your
we
hand?
We love women.
No, definitely not on my
All right,
side.
all right. It's
Maybe
mainly
you guys. I
It's
don't know.
mainly a male show involved with male toxicity, right? And it's for entertainment
Somewhat.
purposes. Early, none of us really believe this shit except for me.
I stand by what
So-
I say, man.
Yeah,
Except for the.
but that's what I'm saying. Joshua is here to do that, to defend him. Cheddie's here to do it half of the time.
Yes.
Foz here to do it as
I'm
well.
here to balance it out.
I'm not. Right?
I'm here to not get us thrown off. the
Correct.
air.
That's
Obviously.
facts.
So when she said that, but when she said that,
I'm HR.
as the runner of this show, as the owner of this show, I said, nah, that doesn't work into our dynamic.
Facts, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't work. I love to have female guests. If we could find a female that would be here weekly and she understands that she needs to bash her own people, I'm with it 100%. But that's our show.
You want Ellen?
Yeah, nah. If we were getting now,
You notice how I didn't say lesbian.
that was mad gay, man.
It was better that you said it that way.
Yeah.
It was more
But
creative.
in the same light, if we were funded by these people, right? Like if our show did belong to the public, we don't have no say over who could be a guest here, right? We could have whoever we want,
We got to
transgender member.
Get what
Yeah.
the people want.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
right,
facts.
Right.
So it's kind of.
But
the
that's
same
why I
way-
said the private thing was the biggest thing for me. The fact that it's a
Yeah.
private school is like.
I just don't agree with it
In private-
personally.
What if
I-
her page was private and you got to like register to get?
No,
on the
I don't
page,
disagree.
And it's
They-
not a
they'd
public-
still be able to do
it's not
whatever
a
the
public
fuck they wanna do.
I don't know how OnlyFans work. Kev, can I get your password?
No.
So
Let me tell you this. Catholic school is fucking expensive. So I don't disagree with this mom trying to find any way to keep her kids in.
And
that school.
that's the thing that sucks about it. The thing that sucks about it is that ultimately, as a parent, you're gonna want your kid kind of to go to a private school, no matter how much you kind of go to. I mean, there's some good public.
I'm
schools.
against that.
You may be against it, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of parents, obviously, that
No,
want
yeah,
their kids to go
Sharice
to
and I are
private
different
school.
pages
yeah,
with that.
that's like a
Same
that,
thing.
yeah, that's like a.
It's like because when push comes to shove, just statistics. You're gonna go by it. It's like, they obviously show better education. Kids graduate a higher percentage. All those kind of things. So
I know.
You pay to play in anything, you have a better odds.
that's what I'm That's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. It's like, so therefore, it's unfair that
Josh was a genius.
it's unfair that no, absolutely not.
You are.
It's not with that point at all.
No, and everything.
And everything else, yeah, maybe. But
You're one of my favorite people.
yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Off
the
on a tangent.
leche du
I can't even get
got you
that. How the
twisted?
fuck am I gonna get a point across? But you just under. Sorry.
No.
But in private schools, right? Like, it sucks that for the most part, the most popular or the most common private schools are like ran by, I guess, Catholic, or they're backed by the Catholic Church and stuff like that. And it's like that's where you kind of caught in the catch-22, where you want to get your kid a great education, but you fall under.
Yeah, because they do take classes like
rules
religion.
that
They take
exactly,
religion classes.
exactly.
Right.
Fall under that. There's people. I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and there was people who weren't Catholic in a Catholic school. And it's just
Absolutely,
like,
yeah. They were
because it's-
of different faiths. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, and just going there because
'Cause
they
their
wanted to
education.
get the best education or whatever the case may be. I don't know if the education is different. I do know that, like, your avenues as far as, like, you can, like, when it's time for you to, like, meet the college advisor, that you have a set appointment. Where, like, when I went to school, it was, no, we just lined up outside
Facts.
of her thing, and you just went there when you went there.
You went to
know what I mean?
college?
Yeah, dude.
That's why he is where he's at now.
I
Man.
got you.
That's how it works
But
in
I
America.
guess that's why Heidi's like the most successful out of mommy's kids.
she did the structure thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. She went to St. John's.
There you go.
Yancy and I went to community colleges. And here we are.
Says it all right there, man.
It's
the bottom line.
Let me just let you know, a lot of the wealthiest people in
Them
this world,
motherfuckers dropped out of
they
college.
dropped out of college.
No, those are the exceptions.
1,000%, dude.
But the people who
But
are
for the most part, yeah.
the people who are under them in the boardroom with them,
Just
the 12
remember,
people,
yo,
90% of them are
a lot of the
went to
people
the
that
best
went
colleges.
to school work for the people that dropped out.
That's
of
Well,
school.
facts.
you're talking
And they
about
still make-
now.
and they're still making
Right?
they're still making millions.
I'm
People
talking
in the
about
boardroom.
90s and like early 2000s. Now, yo, thank God the system
But
has
also
changed.
I
those
agree.
people that didn't go to college and, like, that are millionaires, it's crazy because they'll look at a resume and be like, well, what college did you go to?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, they're not
They're
saying,
gonna do it
They're not
regardless.
saying, well, you know, let me just take a chance
That's a
on
fact,
you.
Cheddie.
You know?
And
So-
rightfully so, because you know why? They broke through the mold without going through college because they're geniuses and shit. So
Yeah.
if they're gonna pick people, like they're the exception. But if they're picking people and they're that smart, it's because they know that's the right way to do things.
Well, listen, man. 50th episode.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing being at this point. It's like I said before.
This is
What
the-
I wanted to say really about this was us attacking it, even not knowing what we're doing. And there's not enough credit we give to one another for that aspect. Thinking about the moments where we would record an episode and we'd go hard for like 5 weeks, disappear for like a month.
Yeah.
You know, so one thing people don't understand is what it took to get here to this point now where we're consistent. We're making videos, but going at is that we just kept pushing.
We're
kept
in different platforms right now.
Yeah.
We got the mask coming soon. You know what I mean? You can get that. We'll
The
put it on
Patreon.
We're just growing, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yo,
what I mean? So
patreon.com/PCXC. We only have one tier at the moment. We're working on the next two because we really want to make it something special. Cheddie's actually planning a lot of different things that we can do for you guys.
Yeah,
make it more of an interactive experience.
interactive experience. You call in, merch, just
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Yeah, we're getting that.
We're
getting that
definitely
popping.
we're definitely growing. We're definitely
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys could, like,
Moving, man.
some of the women could be part of my OnlyFans videos and shit. We do something where we just like put you on the next level.
Penelope's not in private
he
school.
might be
Penelope's paid, man. Let's be honest. My baby
Yeah.
good.
Are you trying to get Penelope into a private school? We gotta.
Nah. I don't need the OnlyFans for that. I got grandpa.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I mean, like, if they find out you got an OnlyFans, they're gonna throw her out.
Nah, she good. We do public school actually. Very highly paid public school. Yo, listen, taxes review whatever
That's
public
facts,
school's
yeah.
gonna be, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But next week, what are we looking to do? Especially
Oh yeah. So next week's
Yeah.
topics. So you know it's gonna be March 9th. Actually, it lands on late. That's when we started the show. We started on
who
March
died
9th.
that day?
The Notorious B.I.G.
The greatest of all time?
Yeah, known to many as the greatest of all time. And you know, we're gonna touch lightly on the Netflix documentary that dropped.
I gotta watch it.
And just like, you know, things about just Biggie's influence, you know, just kind of just pay homage to the, you know,
The fact that he fathered
one
a
of the
lot
greats.
of this like braggadocious
all
shit.
Yeah,
the
for
sta-
sure.
a lot of styles.
For
And the
fucking
fact
sure.
that he was way ahead of his time. Me and Five definitely gonna talk a little bit something about his fashion. Actually, you know what I mean, with the Versace. Biggie
Don't
got-
forget Brooklyn Mint.
you know, Biggie got a Bape. Hey, look how much, and also how much money people have made off of just Biggie's likeness. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that we could get into. So we can definitely get into that. Yeah, man. Anything y'all wanna plug? Y'all wanna shout out? Shout out we'll have the mask done soon. So
I do want to plug that. We got the mask coming. We got a couple of things coming to our line, our logos. This summer is gonna be a hot summer. I've been saying that for a hot minute.
That's your thing of the year right there.
It's gonna be a hot summer. Yeah. It officially will be. We also have a very special episode coming in 2 weeks with good friends of ours and also entrepreneurs, people making it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Bunch of Queens kids. You guys love repping Queens heavily. It's just like it's a beautiful
smart
thing.
to do.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Sure.
Man. Look at Nas.
We gonna link up. We gonna
tell them about Nas though, real quick.
What's that?
What did Nas do?
Oh, Nas with the
with everything.
Just everything that he did as far as you sent it in the
investments.
In the chat. All the investments that he's for site, which was crazy. Like, and then now it's just
Queens get the money, man.
I think he said the other day, like
he got into mad tech.
That's what he said. He said he put up his tech stocks against anybody, or somebody else said that on Twitter, and he like retweeted it.
He started early.
Right. Oh, I would put Nas's tech stocks up against anybody.
Yeah, they were
else's,
like, on some rap shit, they were saying like, I'll put him against any other rapper.
Against any other rapper.
He foretold the future. Nasdaq, Dow Jones.
No,
he wasn't just talking shit.
Congrats to that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
I love the way that people think that way nowadays in the game.
Catch your boy on episode 7 of Hip Hop Advocates. That's out.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
By the way, my birthday's this Friday again, March 5th. Do not hit me up. Do not congratulate me. I don't want any of that shit. Just listen to the music and please donate to St. Jude's.
Buy it on iTunes.
Oh, damn. Yo.
Why not?
Woo!
Why not?
Oh, Amazon Music as well. I'm everywhere, baby. Go get it, man. Handsome Contreras.
Show some real support out
Episode
there, man.
50.
Fuck y'all.
50 more?
It's a 50 more.
We gonna be here forever?
50 more. Let's go. Let's get it.